Hi guys, my Running Kid here coming to it, and I really apologize, guys. I haven't been able to do characters where I liked them in a while, but I'm here because I was trying to figure out how to get the last 10 characters out for Series 2, and I pretty much weaned it down to who I wanted to do. So today, as you see, I'm gonna talk about one of my favorite characters from Xena. Yeah, I'm a big Xena fan. Always loved it. And the character I'm talking about, as you see right here, is pretty much one of the main antagonists of the Xena series, and even crossed over to the Hercules series as well. Callisto, who was portrayed by actress Hudson Leach. She did such a good job as this character. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, so basically, guys, if you all know a little bit about Callisto, the basis of her is she was formed because of Xena in a sense. When Xena was still the warlord under Ares' guidance, and try to rule and take over Greece and everything like that. Uh, Xena basically came through Callisto's village and burnt it down. She didn't kill everyone, but her family did die in the village, and Callisto blamed Xena for what she is now, even though, in a sense, she does have some. Xena does take some responsibility, but then, of course, there's also responsibility, of course, on Callisto's side as well. Like, she's not taking responsibility for her actions as well. Now, Callisto has been portrayed, like I said, Miss Hudson Leach did such a good job as the character. She's been portrayed as being this very psychotic, sadistic, bloodthirsty woman. And we don't really get to see Callisto in a fully in an episode until later on. We do get to see her one time. She makes an appearance where we see a silhouette of her. She shoots a poisonous blow dart from a great distance at Xena. We don't see who it is until later on. We see who she really is, and that episode was called "The Greater Good," if I remember, and that's where we see Callisto recruiting a small army, and they're training hard so she can get just as good as Xena, so she can take her on, and things like that. Uh, and in the first episode, basically what she's trying to do is ruin Xena's reputation, the old ruin the hero's reputation and things like that, until she's get close enough to the point where she'll have Xena right where she wants her, and be able to kill her. However, it doesn't go as planned, and she gets captured, and the authorities put her in jail. However, in another episode, Callisto escapes from that jail. She and she comes back after Xena again. However, Xena's able to defeat her once again, but she's not gonna give up, and she, to the point is where Gabrielle was getting married at that time, and to cause Gabrielle and Xena pain, Callisto kills Gabrielle's husband, Perdiccas, I believe that was his name again. Yeah. She kills him, and there's a great chase scene between Xena and Callisto on chariots out in the desert, and it's at one point that pretty much Xena and Callisto, they fall into like quicksand. I remember that, and they're struggling to get free, and basically Xena gets out, and you see Callisto like, Xena, help me, please help me. And it almost gave you a sense of like the Joker and Batman. It was like, what if Batman saw the Joker in quicksand and he didn't do nothing. Because Xena just gave her a look like, bitch, please. Like, because of what she did to, Gabrielle. And she let Callisto die, fall into the quicksand. And that's where pretty much we would not see Callisto for a while there. She was pretty much uh, she was sent to Tartarus actually. Uh, at a it does kind of change Xena in a sense because it shows a lot of guilt on her part as well. But it was still a very good episode to see. So we wouldn't see Callisto for a while, but she would return once again. You can't keep Callisto out. That was the one thing I loved about it. Like, no matter how much they tried to do, they may have tried to off her off. She always came back, and that's more about the fans, including yours truly here. We loved Callisto. It was like she was like one of the most recurring characters on that show, besides Ares, played by Kevin Smith, who passed away. You know, um, she was always on there, and it was there. We saw her in Tartarus, and she was working for Ares at the time, and that was where basically Ares had her switch bodies with Xena. So Xena was in Callisto's body, Callisto was in Xena's body for a while, and that would be there for a while, until they were able to trap Callisto's body back in the Tartarus, uh, and that would go for a while. They would Hudson would play like Xena as in Callisto's body, which was really good. Once again, just showing the the range of her acting abilities to kind of portray Lucy Lawless as Xena, which was really good. But her body, Xena would go back into her body, and Callisto would go back into Tartarus, and that was where we would see her again try to escape from Tartarus. She would make her first debut in Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, and in that she made a deal with Hera to pretty much try to kill Hercules, and if so, Hera would give her immortality, and she poisons Hercules' family pretty much and tricks him into accompanying her to the Tree of Life to get the golden apple. And unfortunately, she does eat the apple. She gets immortal. However, she gets trapped in she gets trapped in the labyrinth where the tree was, and she's down there for a while, and she's just like, I'm gonna get Hercules for this, like, and we once again return back to Xena. It would pick up right almost a couple of days after or weeks after the episode of Hercules, where an Amazon known as Velasca, played by actress Melinda Clark, she would come and have ambrosia, the food of the gods, that would, if a mortal ate it, it would turn into a god. And Xena knew that to fight an immortal, she needed a mortal, so they released Callisto, which was really funny because she's down in the labyrinth and she's talking to rats and everything, and she's like, "You're my little Hercules. Hercules did this to me, and I owe him a lot, and I'm gonna pay him back." And she's got this knife, and she's like talking to this rat, and she's like, "Go ahead and run away like a good little Hercules. Run away, run away." And then she just throws her knife, and it's like, oh my god, like. but she's immortal now, and Xena needs her help, but unfortunately, only on Callisto's term, and it gets really in depth from there. There was, as an immortal, and later on, Callisto becomes a god because she does eats ambrosia, and she becomes a god as well, and it just gets really in depth from there because Callisto would just do so much bodily harm to Xena and Gabrielle. There was like, we find out that Gabrielle did not kill her evil daughter, Hope, and Hope, along with Callisto, kills Xena's son, Solus, at one point, and that would have odds with Xena and Gabrielle for a while. There were a lot of things that would go on, and even at one point, they would come back. She would return back in Hercules once again, trying to kill Hercules, but this time try to kill Hercules before he was born. Try to kill his mother, Alcmene. There were just so many episodes of Callisto that just made you appreciate this character. So you didn't want to really hate her. You appreciated her because she was such a good villain. It really, until basically Xena officially killed her once again for good. As a god, she stabbed Xena stabbed Callisto with a dagger that was filled with hinds blood that can kill a god, and pretty much that's where we last would see her. And that was then we would see that when Xena would get into, Christianity and things like that, we would see that Callisto was now tormented in hell, and she would return as a demon, and it would get really dire for there. However, Xena gave up her angel status to Callisto, and Callisto became an angel. And from there, the last time we would see Callisto is where she was an angel, where basically Callisto, after Xena and Gabrielle were resurrected back to life, Callisto pretty much aided Xena in becoming pregnant with her daughter Eve after, and it was because of this we never knew how Xena got pregnant until it was later revealed that the angel Callisto caused it. Callisto herself would be reincarnated as Xena's child. Callisto's gift of Eve is to Xena is to also something of a way of making amends for Solus's death. So and as well as Callisto giving Xena back the child that she killed, and Xena gives Callisto the family that she killed. So it was kind of like equivalent exchanged right there. And that would be the last time we would see Hudson Leach play Callisto, but this time she played the angel Callisto, which was really fine and dandy. I really enjoyed everything that Hudson Leach did for the character, and she's at a lot of XenaCons a lot of times, and they do ask her questions about the character, but all in all, I really appreciate what she did for the character and how Hudson Leach played the character. So good, so much full of energy. She would just play that character to a T, and made you really love it, but still you wanted to hate it, but you loved her what she did. She was a mixture of, like I said, she was a mixture of Harley Quinn, definitely. But Miss Hudson Leach just did a good job, and if she was here right now, I'd hug Miss Leach for what she did for the character. But yeah, she was just so good. And yeah, that's it, guys. So what did you guys think of Callisto? And you guys tell me what you thought about it. And this is Mount Vernon Kid coming back to you again with characters, why I liked them. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real. Take care.